Phoebe sighed and brushed her hair out of her face. True to his word, Jake had met her at his office and come to her place for dinner. He hadn't put up an argument when she insisted he ride with her. She looked across the table at him, and her heart clenched with worry. Jake was one of her best friends. She'd had a terrible crush on him in high school, what with his golden brown hair, bright blue eyes, sculpted face, and a hard body to die for. Phoebe hadn't dared let herself think he could ever be anything other than a friend. She wasn't a shifter, and Jake came from one of the oldest shifter families in town. Phoebe had cousins who were shifters, which is how her parents ended up in Catamount. But she wasn't. So she'd taken her high school crush and tucked it away in a corner while Jake had become one of her closest friends. In the shadowed light from the candles and the light over the stove, the feline cast to his features was more pronounced. His deep blue eyes tilted at the corners. His sensual mouth quirked when she stood to pick up their plates. "I can get those," he said, starting to get up. She put a hand on his shoulder. "Sit," he chuckled. "It won't kill me to carry my plate to the dishwasher." Phoebe opened the dishwasher and quickly put the dishes inside. When she turned back around, she found Jake right behind her. "Oh, I didn't hear you." She tried to check her pulse, but it raced ahead. He was too close for comfort. His mouth quirked as he held up her wineglass. She took it from him. "I wasn't done yet." He didn't reply and leaned against the counter. He was physically commanding in the small kitchen. He eyed her. "I kept my promise." She wasn't sure what was happening with her, but Jake like this was crossing her signals and making her body run wild. After years and years of training herself to remember he could never be anything but a friend and keeping her body under strict control around him, it was as if she'd forgotten the hopelessness of letting herself want him. And oh, did she ever want him? Right now, in the dim, shadowy kitchen, heat coiled inside her belly and suffused her body. The claws of desire pricked her skin. Her heart beat wildly, her face flushed. She looked up at Jake, praying her expression was composed. "You did, but you're not done yet." His blue eyes held hers. If she hadn't known better, she'd have thought she saw desire darken them. But that was impossible. So she didn't even entertain the thought. "I'm not." She shook her head, desperately trying to keep her wits while her pulse pounded and her body felt as if it were being pulled to him by a magnetic force. "You have to go home and sleep. No working tonight. That was the promise." She was breathless and barely managed to keep her voice level. "You have got to stop this. Jake is off limits. You've had it under control. Don't lose it now."